So, here I am, about to have what should have been the most joyful day of my life, my baby shower. I was expecting a small, cozy gathering of my closest friends and family, people who actually cared about me and my little one on the way. Simple, right? Well, of course it didn't go as planned. Enter my sister-in-law, Melanie. If you don't know her, picture this: a walking drama bomb, a social climber, and the queen of turning any event into her personal stage. The invitations went out weeks in advance. I handpicked the guest list carefully. People who genuinely mattered to me. No drama, no unwanted attention. Just good vibes and a few embarrassing stories about me from my best friends to make everyone laugh. But Melanie had other ideas. Apparently, baby shower was code for come and steal the spotlight. The day started with me arranging the last decorations, humming along to some cheesy pop songs when I got the first text. From Melanie. Can't wait to see you all. I'm bringing my +1. +1? Who is that? I hadn't even asked her to come, but she decided to show up anyway. Classic Melanie. I tried to ignore it, thinking maybe she just wanted to be polite. Spoiler alert, she wasn't. When I arrived at the venue, it was already buzzing, but not with the people I invited. No. Instead, there were a dozen unfamiliar faces hanging around, all dressed to the nines, sipping on the champagne I had bought for my closest friends. Melanie was in the center of it all, looking like she owned the place. She had apparently invited her own friends, cousins, and some people I swear I had never even heard of. She was already directing the caterers, rearranging the gifts on the table, and handing out what she called Melanie's famous baby shower favors. I tried to approach her calmly, hoping to gently remind her that this was my day, not hers. But she cut me off with a smile so fake it could have cracked a mirror. Oh, sweetheart, relax. I just thought the party needed a little more excitement. Excitement? It looked more like a hostile takeover. And here I was, standing awkwardly by the punch bowl, feeling more like a guest at my own event than the guest of honor. As the hour went on, Melanie's performance only got worse. She was telling stories about me, mostly exaggerated or totally made up, laughing way too loudly and monopolizing the attention. The guests I had invited were either hiding in corners or trying to avoid her eye contact. My baby shower was turning into a Melanie show. I kept wondering how I hadn't seen this coming. Maybe I was too naive, or maybe I just wanted to believe she was capable of being a decent human for one afternoon. But nope. Melanie had one goal, and it wasn't to celebrate my pregnancy. It was to steal every ounce of joy I had planned, and just when I thought it couldn't get any worse, that's when I spotted the person I never expected to see there. Someone who wasn't on the official guest list. Someone who held the key to turning this nightmare around. But I wasn't ready to reveal that just yet. Not until Melanie's little show came to a crashing halt. The moment I saw him, a chill ran down my spine. There, standing awkwardly near the buffet, was my brother. Not the official version who politely RSVP'd weeks ago, but the real deal, my brother, the one who usually avoids family drama like it's a plague. And trust me, with Melanie around, family drama was practically our family's middle name. He looked uncomfortable, scanning the crowd like he was at the wrong party, which, technically, he was. He wasn't supposed to be there. Nobody had told him about the baby shower because, well, Melanie had convinced everyone to keep him out of the loop. Classic move. Exclude the one person who might actually support me. As I approached him, I whispered, "What are you doing here?" His face lit up with a mix of relief and guilt. "I heard from Mom that something was going on," he said quietly. But when I tried to ask Melanie, she just brushed me off. I wanted to see for myself. I nodded, feeling a flicker of hope. Maybe this wasn't a lost cause after all. My brother was usually the calm in the storm, the one who could cut through Melanie's nonsense with a single look. But before I could make a plan, the chaos around us intensified. Melanie had now taken control of the gift opening. Naturally, she was showing off each present as if she had personally hand-picked it. She even paused dramatically after unwrapping a set of monogrammed towels, turning to the crowd and saying, "I just love how thoughtful people are. Unlike some, I always know exactly what to get." Everyone laughed, except me. I was stuck between trying not to cause a scene and wanting to scream, "Hey, I'm the one having the baby here." Then it happened. Melanie spotted my brother. The smile froze on her face like someone had thrown cold water. She approached him, her tone fake sweet. "Oh, look who decided to grace us with his presence," she said, voice dripping with sarcasm. "I thought you weren't coming." My brother's jaw tightened. "You never told me about this, or invited me." Melanie's eyes narrowed. "Well, maybe because some people aren't exactly the best company." That was her subtle way of saying I was trouble. I could see the tension building like a storm about to break. I couldn't take it anymore. I stepped in, voice calm but firm. "This is my baby shower, not Melanie's takeover party." For a moment, silence. Everyone turned to look at me, shocked I had the guts to speak up. Melanie's face twisted into something fierce, but before she could say a word, I held up my phone. Since Melanie's so good at inviting guests, maybe she should meet the real guest list. I opened a message thread with the official RSVP. The names were there. Friends who had flown in from other states. Family members who were supposed to be here but had mysteriously disappeared. The ones Melanie hadn't invited. The ones she didn't want here. The room shifted. People whispered. Melanie's smile faltered. I glanced at my brother. "Want to help me finish this?" He nodded, ready to bring the real party back. And just like that, I knew the next move would be the sweetest kind of revenge. With the real guest list glowing on my phone screen, I felt a surge of power I hadn't known I had. Melanie's smirk was fading fast, replaced by something close to panic. She was finally losing control of the show she had hijacked so effortlessly. I cleared my throat and said loud enough for everyone to hear, "Since Melanie's been so generous with invitations, let's see who should have actually been here today." I started calling out names from the list. Friends who had RSVP'd weeks ago but were mysteriously nowhere to be found. Family members who had planned flights and gifts but were absent, thanks to Melanie's behind-the-scenes sabotage. People exchanged glances. Whispers turned into murmurs of confusion and suspicion. A few of Melanie's uninvited guests shifted uncomfortably. The atmosphere that had felt so festive just minutes ago was now tense and awkward. Melanie opened her mouth, probably to say something snide, but my brother stepped forward. His voice was calm but firm. Funny how some people try to control everything but forget that the truth always comes out. I smiled, the satisfaction bubbling up inside me. "Melanie, did you think you could just rewrite my story? Take over my day, my friends, my family? Well, you forgot one thing. You forgot that I had a plan too." With a quick tap, I sent a group message to all the real guests. "Emergency update. The baby shower is happening at the next-door venue. Please come join us." Within minutes, the room was buzzing again. The real guests started arriving, friends with genuine smiles, family members who cared. The vibe shifted instantly. The warmth I had hoped for filled the space like sunlight after a storm. Melanie stood there, frozen, her empire crumbling around her. She tried to act like nothing was wrong, but her eyes betrayed her defeat. As the party moved next door, I caught Melanie's eye one last time. "Thanks for showing up," I said sweetly. "But this is my celebration. And now it's exactly how it should be." Later, as I sat surrounded by laughter, genuine love, and gifts from people who truly cared, I heard the final blow from my brother. He leaned in and whispered, "I texted Mom about Melanie's little stunt. Let's just say she's not happy." The best part? Melanie's carefully constructed social image was now under siege. Her friends started questioning her behavior, and the family began to see the real her, Someone who couldn't even respect her own sister-in-law's baby shower. In the end, Melanie's takeover turned into her own downfall. And I got exactly what I wanted. A baby shower filled with love, laughter, and zero drama. Sometimes the best revenge isn't shouting or fighting back. It's quietly letting the truth come out and watching the house of cards fall on its own. And trust me, there's nothing more satisfying than that.